You ever have that feeling that you're the only one in the room who just doesn't get it? Like you're playing a game, but nobody told you the rules. Well, that feeling can be pretty isolating. Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful story about that exact feeling and a simple realization that can honestly change everything.
This question right here is where our story kicks off. And wow, it's a heavy one, isn't it? The person who wrote this wrestled with that thought for more than a decade, and it all started with a challenge that I think a lot of us can probably relate to.
All right, so let's set the scene. I want you to picture this. It's over 10 years ago. Our guy is a professional working in a big company. The job itself is fine, plenty of responsibility, but there was this one constant hurdle, the dreaded corporate networking event. You know the vibe, right? Big, noisy rooms just buzzing with this kind of forced energy. They're packed wall to wall with people you've never met. And if you're even a little bit of an introvert, that kind of environment, well, it's just completely overwhelming from the second you walk in. And the expectation? It's crystal clear. You've got to mingle, shake hands, swap business cards, make small talk, and build those all-important connections. It sounds simple enough on paper, but the reality? Totally different story.
The result for him was just utter exhaustion. Every single one of these events would leave him so completely drained that he barely had any energy left for his actual work the next day. It wasn't just a little unpleasant, it was completely unsustainable.
So while his colleagues seemed to thrive, just effortlessly floating through the crowd, he'd find himself retreating to a corner, just watching the clock, waiting for it to be over. And seeing that huge difference between his experience and theirs, well, it planted a little seed of self-doubt.
And that little seed of doubt, it grew into some really tough questions. Why can't I do this? It seems so simple. Why is this so easy for literally everyone else? And then the one that really hits you in the gut. Am I just incompetent? For years, he just wrestled with these feelings, trying to force himself to be someone he wasn't. And then, one day, a simple but totally profound epiphany just reframed the entire problem.
And this right here, this is the heart of it all. This is the moment everything just clicked. The problem wasn't some personal failure. It wasn't about a lack of ability. It was a fundamental mismatch between his nature and the task he was being asked to do.
Let's break this down because it's brilliant. A fish is an absolute master of its element, the water. Its strength is swimming. A monkey, it thrives up in the trees, its strength is climbing. This shows so clearly that success isn't just about trying harder, it's about aligning your natural strengths with the right environment. I mean, you'd never judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, would you? So, the most important takeaway is this. Stop blaming the fish. If you feel like you're failing, just take a step back and ask yourself, am I trying to climb a tree when I was really built to swim? The goal isn't to become a better tree-climbing fish. It's to find your water.
Okay, so once you have this realization, it opens up a way more effective path to actually growing. It all comes down to understanding the difference between your core, unchangeable nature and the practical skills you can build right on top of it. First up, let's talk about core nature. Think of this like your personal operating system. It's just how you're wired. For our narrator, that was introversion. And here's the thing. That's not a bug to be fixed. It's the foundation of who you are. It's something to be understood and really accepted.
And then you have skills. And if your nature is the operating system, skills are the apps you can install. Things like public speaking or learning how to ask good questions, or even just networking strategies. These are tools that anyone can learn no matter what their core nature is to help them get by in any environment.
So how do you actually apply this? It's a pretty clear 3-step process. Step 1, and this is the most important one, accept your nature. Seriously, stop wasting all that energy fighting it. Step 2, be honest with yourself and identify where that nature creates a challenge. And step 3, strategically build the specific skills you need to bridge that gap. And the result of this whole approach? He didn't magically become an extrovert. His core nature is exactly the same. But by building the right skills, he can now walk into those rooms and handle himself with confidence. He's still a fish for sure, but now he's got an amazing toolkit for when he needs to spend a little time on land. Now, this whole journey is about so much more than just getting through awkward parties. This kind of deep self-understanding, according to our source, unlocks 3 huge benefits that can really change your entire life for the better. So first, you get true humility, and that's the power to really know what you're good at and to accept your weaknesses without any of that shame attached. Then comes radical honesty. You stop lying to yourself, which is the only way you can really start to grow.
And finally, you find genuine self-acceptance. And this isn't just some fluffy idea. It's a feeling of living a lighter, freer, and much more authentic life.
And the ultimate outcome when you embrace all of this? It's pretty incredible. You start to quiet down that negative voice in your head. You stop constantly comparing yourself to other people. And you find this deep sense of peace that can only come from being truly, genuinely okay with who you are.
So, we want to leave you with this one last really important question. In your own life, in your career, your relationships, wherever, what tree are you trying to climb? And are you judging yourself for not being a monkey when maybe, just maybe, you were born to swim?